Alright, today is mirror day for the K5. I took the mirrors off. I can't even remember. It's been 4 or 5 years ago I took them off. And I can't find the original, which I don't want to put on. I have the originals somewhere. God knows where. I mean, he would need Moses' hand to help me find them. They're the stainless steel heavy ones, which I wish I would have known 30 plus years ago when I got the Blazer that I should take them off. I didn't know that the weight of those was going to break the welds. That's what they like to do. There's a weld right by the butterfly window that it'll break, and that's what happens. And then it starts wobbling because of the weight, and it breaks that weld. So the quick fix to that is actually buy the cheaper plastic ones. So I'm gonna have to destroy this box to get these out. So when you put the plastic ones on, they're a lot lighter and more friendlier to the vibrations and all that, which I ended up doing later on after it broke the welds. So it's basically a little late, but is what it is. So now, about 5 years ago, because I actually broke when I was getting ice or something off the window. Somehow I hit it and broke the glass. I had that on there for like probably 3 years, and then finally pulled them off. And I got these. I'm not sure what they are. Got them on the Jungle. So these are just plastic chromies. I know they were pretty cheap. Let me double check what the price point was. I was going to order the black ones, but I read the reviews and it was a lot of them saying the paint was terrible, even like it would rub off or literally like wash off. So these were 41 bucks. And the picture shows them as like a satin chrome, but these are chrome, which is kind of a bummer because I was hoping it would have been satin because I would paint these. But for now, I'm just going to throw them on. Eventually, I want to have black mirrors, but we'll come to that bridge when I do when I start working on the restoring, I would say. I'm not really restoring, it's extending its life. So when I rebuild the rocker panels, and then I'm going to use a bed liner type stuff and spray the whole Blazer with that. Just longevity. I don't really care that much about the looks. I mean, it'll look clean, but I don't really care about the looks. That Blazer has been 100% functionality. Now its job is if I'm stuck in the snow or get something stuck, or neighbor gets stuck in front of my driveway, which does happen, I use that to get him out of my way. So it's pretty simple. This should be straight bolt-on for mine. It's very easy. Just move this little plastic piece out of the way. It's best to turn this first, but it's pretty tight. It uses it looks like a 10 mil maybe. It's hard to say. I'll figure out what that is and let y'all know. So 2 screws, big thick ones there. That's what pulls this down, holds that tight, which I need to make for sure that's real good. If it ever does get loose, eventually I'll adjust it the way I do, and then I'll run a weld right here and make it solid. I don't ever have to adjust mine. Yep, there it is. And it comes with the new which is nice. These guys pop in. That's where it mounts to the body. Very simple. Not sure what this black one is. I think this is for the bottom. And these clear washers, but we'll find out. Might be for a different vehicle. It's kind of a universal thing for Chevy. So very simple. I'll get to opening this one and we'll get out there and get them installed. Today is mirror day. We're doing them on the 66 Nova and we're doing them on the K5. So be that simple. It was nice because these were, I don't remember, 5+ years ago when I was looking, most of them were $100 for a set of mirrors. So for me, from what I found, it's nice that they come down in price, which is good. So I don't need them that well. I do use them, but when you're driving a lifted vehicle, you start learning, like, you don't rely on them, because if they pull up close to the bumper, you ain't gonna be able to see. In my Blazer, I can't see them, so I have to actually turn and look. There's a big blind spot in the mirror from the left. I've been driving it 30+ years that way, so I'm used to it, but it's just the way I have to drive with it lifted. But it is nice because I can look, I use these to look back like a lot further. That's probably why I haven't had mirrors on the Blazer for 5+ years, because I don't use them that often at all. So, alright, let's get out there and get these on. Alright, we're doing K5. So, mine has these holes, which I don't know what those are, to be honest. I have no clue. 30+ years ago, I can't even remember how long ago. It's definitely over 3 decades ago. It always had the original stainless steel mirrors on, so I don't know what these were added. But the heavy stainless steel, here's what they do. There's a weld that's inside, it's in this area, and you can see it, the tack weld. The heavy mirrors, the stainless ones, are heavy, and they break that. You can also see there's a crack rip right here, and you can see it right there. That is strictly from the weight of those stainless mirrors and how big they are that caused that problem. One of these days I'm going to figure out a solution to pull this door in. As you can see, I tried JB welding. I can't find an area to get in and weld, so eventually I might utilize this hole or something to get to this. But anyways, here's the instructions. This is what they mean, blah 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 blah. That's as good as you get. Basically, the only thing useful on these, it says if you're doing factory, use the original holes. Other than that, it sucks. They give you 3 of these, 4 of these, I don't know why 4, and then 1 of these. This is your bottom screw, holds this cover on. A plastic washer goes on that. These are actually smaller than those. These are a bolt head. These are a Phillips head with the square cut. But put them next to each other, you can kind of see it. The top one, they're fatter than those. What's nice about that is if your holes are kind of stripped out, you can use the smaller ones. So I'm gonna get it on the pod and put this clip. You got to put this clip on that hole. It does not want to go on. So I'm gonna go grab some pliers. It does go on tightly. I think. I don't know what this is for. It's a rubber piece. I guess I'll find out. Try to mount it. So no. See, it was easy. It's kind of middle. Basically, there's these clips. They're on top of here. They clip onto the bracket, kind of a spring, getting those with this around it, and then that bottom clip not coming off. It's the other side. Show you what I was struggling with. See these right here? They clip onto this piece here and here. So yeah, that was the part I was battling. And you got the bottom, so. Done. Once we're here, do a cold start up.